welcome back to the Urban Whispers podcast. I'm your host, LaCie Knight, and tonight I'm back with my faves, Sloane Bueller, Hey Girl Hey, and Morg Day's book. It is the holiday season. We are going to discuss some of the books we read because we did a spin the wheel challenge, and we'll let Morgan talk more about what the challenge is, and then we'll dive into the books, talk about some of the books that we are reading. I miss Chanel Parker, but I took a break from her, but I think I need to go back. Like, I really like her a lot because so I got to get back into, but I was reading something else. What was I reading? I was reading this series, The Crenshaw Kings by Siobhan Latrice, and I have my thoughts on that, and I'll talk about that because Sloane brought it up in our last episode. She didn't want to read the last book. I think the last book was the best one out of all of them. I did. Even though I got why you were like, I don't like the love interest. I didn't necessarily like the love interest either, but out of all of those stories, I was like, I gave that one 4 stars. Every other one was like 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. It was just satisfactory. But so we'll talk about that. I got a blessing from Lady Nisha. She dropped something. Y'all know that's one of my favorite Ratchet authors. So I'm excited to download that and let y'all know what I think about that. I'm gonna read that tonight. But yeah, so how are y'all doing? Look at Morgan over here crocheting like we not podcasting.
Listen, I can multitask, okay?
Girl,
I'm going to be engaged. Also, Shop Morris Creates for all of your crochet needs. Thanks.
Let's pause for a second so we get some advertisement. Go on, Morgan Create. Yes. Tell us about it, girl.
Yes, no, I've been crocheting since I was about 6 or so. My godmother taught me. Working on a new pattern right now that I found on Ravelry. I think it's what it's called. Just trying some things out. We'll see how it works out. Yeah. Shout out to Morris Creates. Period.
Morris Creates. And that's where people can go and find all your things. Is it just on Instagram or you got a website?
Oh, no, I have a domain. I've been in business for a little over 10 years. So.
Oh, she's a boss. There's a whole boss out here, y'all. Let me find out that Urban Wisdom Podcast is sponsored by More Create. Y'all, it's the holidays. I will say this. She is amazing at the crocheting game. I don't have any pictures of anything because I've given them out, but she has made these beautiful blankets for my coworkers that have had babies. Like, this has just been my thing now. And they love them. They're beautiful. They're soft. I had to really bully her into making this rainbow blanket because she wasn't trying to do it. And I was just like, I want a rainbow blanket. It's going to be a rainbow blanket. So, yes, she does things. She's inspiring my daughter. They be looking at patterns together. I keep saying knitting. They both yell out crochet. I'm not a craft girl, so y'all should be happy that I know that you use your own.
Okay. That's funny.
I had to go find a tapestry needle for my daughter.
Yeah.
And this thing is like this. It's so tiny. And I literally she was out of town. She was on a trip with her singing group. And she was like, yeah, I need this tapestry needle. And I was like, okay, yeah. So she wanted to finish making some project the night that she got back. And so I went to Michael's and they were like, it's 4 in stock. And I was just literally walking up and down the needle aisle because I'm looking for a needle. And I was like, oh my God, the Michael's inventory says it's here. When I tell you the thing is just, I got one, but it was like that small. And I was like, so I had to send a picture because when she sent me the picture, it's a blown up square. So I was looking for something, a normal size needle. So I was like, oh, this is the only thing that I could find. I felt like an idiot talking to a 14-year-old. Like, is this the correct one? Like, I'm gonna get in trouble if I don't find the right thing. But it was literally this small, and I hope she hasn't lost it. It cost $7. So
okay, I have extras. I will gift if she has lost it. Okay,
she didn't lose it. Now she'll lose some AirPods, but she's not losing a crochet needle. She has definitely. I didn't buy them. I remember for Christmas last year, my coworker, who is just so enamored with the fact that my daughter is this beautiful performer and she's been performing for forever, he was like, I want to buy her a gift. So I gave her the Christmas list, and on the Christmas list there were AirPods, and he was like, I'm going to buy the AirPods. And I was like, don't buy her AirPods. She's going to lose them. Not only did he buy some AirPods for her, he got them engraved.
Oh.
And Christmas is December 25th. By January 26th, nobody knows where they are.
Oh,
She lost them. I was like, she's a kid. You know, they put them in the shoe. I was like, girl, you lost them. Even I just bought her some beautiful. I was testing her out to see if I'd buy like some for real, the Apple EarPods, the over ear. And so I bought her some headphones for Thanksgiving from Ross or wherever. Yeah, last night she came. She was like, "Oh, these are broken." I was like, "Okay, well, what you want me to do?"
Yeah, we gotta learn how to better take care of our items.
Yes. But that's what happens with these little children. They get spoiled, and you just be buying them everything over and over. But I'm not doing it anymore. Okay. But we got a mogul named Morgan.
I can't.
Sloane, how are you feeling? You've been under the weather lately. Hopefully you coming into the holidays feeling better.
You know, it's not even under the weather. It's just a general tiredness. But such is the nature of my job. It's the busiest time of the year for us. I know it every year. And we're down a person. So, you know, that.
Y'all hiring?
In the... they're not opening it up yet until 2026.
Well, y'all be on the lookout.
There's no time to train. There is no time to train anybody. Everyone on the team is behind.
Not even after
everyone on the team is behind. Everybody.
Bless y'all. I know that life. Being pumped to the end. That's how I am right now. I have a week left of work before I'm done for the rest of the year. So
I'm so jealous.
A lot.
I'm so jealous.
Be jealous. It's really because I'm really bad at prioritizing taking time off. So I have a lot of use or lose time.
Oh. Yeah.
So that's
we really can't. We can't take like 2 days off in a row. You get like 1 day.
Y'all can go on vacation.
Not for this season. So like for December.
The blackout season.
Strictly for December. Like, no one would be able to help you because everyone is behind. And you would never catch up.
I got you. I feel you.
Yeah.
Sense.
So I mean, like you could take 1 day a week if you really wanted to, but no one's really doing that.
Dang. Sorry, girl.
I know. I know.
Let me tell y'all something that's like percolating in my mind. It just popped up and I got irritated all over again. So, I mean, I'm over the situation. So I was in a relationship last year, it blew up in my face. And I was having a conversation with someone about the relationship and how the ending of it made me feel, you know, like you're single, I'm older, all these things. I was feeling, you know, the reasons why I allowed the situation to go on for longer than it should have is because I'm older. And I was actually watching Caught in the Act, Tammy Roman's episode that just came on this Tuesday with this old white man and this black woman who was cheating on him. But so that made me think about it too, because he was like, I'm old and we old, so we just need to be in a relationship. And I was telling her this, and I was like, I wasn't necessarily emotional about it, but it was, you know, like if I had a friend that was going through this, I'd be like, girl, he's love bombing you, or he's doing X, Y, and Z, and you're just super comfortable about. And I was just, you know, really talking about it. And she was like, girl, whatever, and just like really poo-pooed me off. But then and so me with my smart mouth, I was like, bitch, you single too, and you get played by men all the time. Why are you not sitting here feeling any type of remorse for me? Like, I was so mad because I was these people play in your face for a point. And you get to hear
You said that?
I did, because what are you talking about? Like up, girl.
Whoa.
Are you serious? So
well, what did she say? I'm messy. What did she say?
She was like, you know, because I called out a situation immediately, and she was like, you're right. I was like, yeah, see, this is why I don't tell nobody nothing, because this is the type of reaction that we get. Instead of you sitting here being like commiserating with me and just like letting me get this out, you're sitting here trying to act like it doesn't matter. And I'm just
and that's invalidating your feelings.
Exactly. When you going through the same situation, that you go through it worse because you go through it all the time. For me, this was once. I've never really gotten played before, but I definitely got played this last time. I wrote about it. Book's coming out in February, and it's a real story under my real name in a compilation series called Desperate Women, Desperate Something, Desperate God. I forget the whole name of the book, but y'all be on the lookout for it. Y'all get the whole story. Y'all be like, oh yeah, Keanu, you were pretty stupid. But I say all that to say, and Sloane will get more into it because we're going to gossip a little bit before we get into books tonight because there's a lot of stuff happening. I say all that to say, I don't know if people know Miss Nikki Baby. I don't know her real name, but she was on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, and she was dating Cisco, who was a trash nigga, and or maybe she wasn't dating Cisco, but it doesn't matter. She got to build a body. She was dating Cisco. Okay, so she was dating Cisco. He's trash because Cisco had like a who cares. But Miss Nikki Baby got the build a body, but she was also a really sweet girl, and so she had a baby with LeAngelo Ball, and then like 2 days after she had the baby, he left her and got with this other woman, and this other woman was like really making fun of Nikki, like chastising her and all of these things, maybe just really dragging her through the mud. Her name is Rashida. Now, lo and behold, Miss Rashida had a baby with LeAngelo Ball. And what did LeAngelo Ball do? He pieced out on her.
Before the baby was born.
Tell the people, Sloane, break it down for him, Sloane, let them know what it is.
Rashida said he hasn't saw the baby. She said the baby's 6 days old and has never met her dad.
Oh, it's a little girl?
Yeah. He has two with Nikki. He has I think he has a boy and then he has a girl.
Wait, he got 2 kids?
He was with Nikki for years. He was with Nikki for years. They have 2 children together.
I don't see what the people see. And this may be a bit of a jab, but LeAngelo, we're talking about the middle brother, right? Of the Ball brothers?
The one with the sticky fingers in China.
Correct. So you decided to have a baby with a man who decided to steal sunglasses in China?
Did he had to have Trump bail him out. Yes, he had to have Trump bail him out the first term.
Wait, President Trump bailed him out?
Yes. Well, Trump did have to intervene. That I can't dispute. Trump did have to intervene to get him out of trouble in China.
I mean, here's my thing: y'all can afford the sunglasses. Now here's the other thing I don't like about the middle brother.
The sunglasses, because isn't that the man, big baller, the father?
That's their dad. This is the other thing I don't like about it is that the middle brother really wants to be like from the hood and stuff like that. Son, you grew up in Chino Hills, California.
Tell us more about that.
In a big house.
Oh, he grew up well.
Very well off. Private school, I believe, or like a charter school or something. Like them tattoos is giving you street cred. Stop.
I don't have street cred. I got tattoos.
Stop. I don't.
I think he just really started feeling himself because that song. He did have that song that took off.
Child.
He had that song that was taken off.
What song?
I don't know if we'll get flagged if I start singing it.
No, we won't, girl. We not monetized. At most 100 viewers.
You know that I might swerve in that corner that was trending on TikTok.
Whoa.
That's him?
Yes.
That's him.
Ah, okay.
He tried to have a rap career because when he stole the sunglasses, he ruined his chances of being in the NBA.
Which weren't really ruined. And here's the thing, because he in my opinion is better than his older brother, but he's not better than the younger brother when it comes to basketball. But he's a really good player. You ruining your career trying to be cool for people who for what? Like I don't get that.
Who would do whatever to be in your spot.
Correct.
And are celebrating the fact that you're not in it because you
because now look at you
sitting at home,
mad with tattoos and stolen sunglasses
and 3
now
babies.
He did do, He did do an interview with his brothers. They have a podcast apparently. So he was talking, they were talking to him about it. They don't even know why he left Nikki, and he didn't say it, but my feelings were Nikki was making him be an adult who made 2 kids with her, because he said she was, like, where are we gonna live, where are we gonna send these kids to school? They were disagreeing about that because they have kids, and she was considering where they live to send them to a nice school and stuff. And so he left Nikki, and apparently the whole thing with Rashida happened in the span of 2 weeks. He said that she drove them to the courthouse. She was like, how about we get married? And he's like, okay. And she drove them to the courthouse, and they went and got married. I guess that's when she got pregnant. And then he must have dipped out like shortly after she got pregnant.
Are we sure that baby is his baby? That's probably why he dipped out.
That's probably his.
You got a girl driving you to the courthouse to get married. That's giving. I'm trying to jam you up.
I think Rashida more so than Nikki, because Nikki got her own money.
Correct.
And her dad has money. So I think she more so than Nikki wanted the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's sad. Yeah. He's dumb. I probably, based off what I used to watch the Big Baller Brand on Facebook, their like little TV show that they had before they all got to the NBA and stuff like that. And I could see like he was trying to like just be the cool guy, and it just, no, son, you're actually very smart and can play very well, and you just whatever. Anyways, best of luck to them. Next.
Best of luck to the babies.
Both kids didn't ask to be here. Now they gotta.
Child, best of luck to them next. Well, y'all gave me a lot. I didn't know anything about that because I don't be in little children business. He's like what, 20? With all these kids, that's a lot going on.
No, I think it's like 22, 23. I don't know, one of the two. He's not that old though.
Yeah, which is why everybody was looking at Miss Nikki crazy. Anyways, me included. I was like,
because she's older. She's in her 30s, right?
Yes.
In her 40s, I thought.
Nikki?
She's close to 40.
Yeah.
She's close to 40.
So she's one of my peers?
Yeah, she wanted to have some babies and found them and had some babies. Yeah.
Well, then shut up, girl. That's what you want.
Her and Drea. Yeah.
Oh, he said he regrets leaving Miss Nikki baby on by.
Yeah, some people think that she might take them back. I hope she don't, but she probably will. They got 2 kids.
Will.
I hope not.
She got them on a strict household regimen. I bet you that.
Oh, she's 35. Okay. Whew,
okay.
She's 35. I was like, we can't be that dumb and this close to 40. We got to be a little. You still got a couple more years to make some stupid mistakes, Nikki. Before crazy.
Correct.
Are y'all focusing on my former favorite toxic couple, Blueface and Krishan?
No. So please update us. What's going on?
I really don't know. I know Blueface got out of jail and he has face tattoos.
Blueface is dating Hazel Lee. Well, taking pictures with her. He said that he looking for some new baby mamas because both of them or something. I don't know. I follow Monty Wilder on Facebook, and he posted a picture. Of that Bob character from Beetlejuice.
Yes.
In the yellow suit. And then he posted a picture of that little girl from the that Bob the Builder game. I mean that Bob the Builder movie where she's missing her tooth. And that's Krishan. Then he posted a picture of Stewie dressed up in that wig, and that's the other girl.
Krishan got her teeth fixed, no? Or like she got the...
No, she gets like this little... It's just like it pops out. She has like an implant. She has a really good relationship with this dentist in LA, and he'll make her a fake tooth. Everybody wants her to get it fixed, but she trifling. So he always makes a little implant. She puts the tooth in, and she'll take it out. She put it over there somewhere, and she's lost it. So no, that's
so we losing our teeth. Child, I can't.
But it's so interesting how important your teeth are, because when she puts that tooth in, she's America's Next Top Model. Like that's a great. I always thought she was very pretty, but when she doesn't have the tooth in her mouth, she looks like a baby. But when that tooth is in, I'm like, if you weren't so tragically a mess, you would really be something special.
I sure wish
Like
Ayanna fixed my
when
life
I
was
say
too long.
back in the day, I used to love Krishan. I used to be I would defend her to the end of the world. People know that. Or I would watch Baddies, Crazy in Love, which
So
was
you
her.
can answer this question for me.
Yes, I can.
Okay, so I didn't watch it and I didn't really know who she was. So my understanding is when she got pregnant, she had planned to get the abortion, right? She found out late.
No.
And she planned to get an abortion. And when she went, no.
So she's had like 3 abortions by Blueface.
Okay.
And so, or either 2, and this is the 3rd child, and she never wanted to get the abortion because she had so many before. So she was putting herself at risk of hurting her body. Yeah. So she had no choice but to have this baby. She wanted this baby. This baby was supposed to be her gift to get her back on track and all of those things.
Krishan Jr.
Yes. But Blueface never wanted her to have a baby. And Blueface, as insane and drugged out as he is, he was always pretty smart about her ability to mother. He was like, she's amazing with kids, she's an amazing aunt, but she should not be anybody's mother. And so and he would give her reasons about it, like, and all of those things. And it's because she, she wanted to continue to film Baddies, like she did the season of Baddies pregnant, and he was just like, that's not a good look, and it's like she still wanted to be outside, going to the club and getting her money and all of that. And he would always be like, you shouldn't be doing all of that, but if you're going to do it, in his demented way, he was very protective of her. So he would be going with her, have security and all those things. But, she wanted that baby. She wanted Blueface's baby. She was pressed to have this nigga baby. She's so in love. She wanted that baby.
Child.
And I don't know. I feel like, so when I was really into them, I thought that because both of them have terrible family histories, like her family is awful and his family, well, Carlissa, is crazy. And the types of lives, like they trauma bonded, like they were able to relate to each other on a specific level. And then when she was younger, I was just like, I was young and dated a nutball nigga for a little while, but I grew out of it. So I was hoping that she would at some point grow out of it. But now she's like 24, 25, and she's still going on live.
She has that baby and all the stuff going on with that, and she won't sit down. And so that's why I had asked. I thought that somebody had said that she had wanted to have an abortion, but when she went, she was too far along to do it.
No, I think that she's not stupid. And if that's the narrative that people were doing, she intentionally waited too long to go do something to abort the baby.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like because she had so many before. I think she said that she did say that she didn't know that she was pregnant because they were broken up when she found out she was pregnant, and they were still broken up. They were off and on throughout her entire pregnancy for real, more so off than on, and then towards the end. Because I don't even think he was there for the birth when she went live while she was having birth and like had 1 million people. Like we was all tuned in watching her have birth. Like she had us. It was 1 million people watching her Instagram live while and everybody was like, "Oh my god, it's a million of us watching this." Like watching the whole. She had social media in an uproar for years. Like we were pressed for her, but I was just really hoping, she would get it together. I would just really be battling people down. Like she's not a lost cause. I mean, I don't know anymore. But I still like, if she go live, I'll click on for a quick second. But if she's sitting there crying, I'm like, girl, give us something new. Like, I don't want to see you fussing with this man anymore. Like, he does not care about you. I think that the way that he don't care about your child, he don't care about you. And for me, it's like, if you don't care about my kids, that's the dub of it all. And he was very present in the lives of the other 2 kids that he had with Jade and Alexis, like he was around and did what he needed to do. But with this baby, and she's sitting here pretending like the baby ain't got no problem. This baby was almost 3 years old and can't sit up, can't stand, can't do anything. So it's really heartbreaking to me as a former fan. I can't even say I'm a former fan. I can't believe I'm even saying that, because when I say I used to love me some Krishan Rock, I'm still rooting for her, but I'm just not all tuned in as I used to be. Like I used to really just wrapped up in that.
I can see, like, based on what I know, just strictly through blogs and stuff, I can see why you and so many other people thought that she was going to, this was going to be what she needed to change and everything like that. I can see that. So, yeah, because, I didn't really know her, but somebody pregnant and going through all that, yeah, I'm going to root for you to get it together. I am. I don't care who you are. I'm going to root for you to get it together. But
And
when you had a baby and you showing me you're not, you've lost me.
Positive people around her, like her godparents. When she was in high school, she moved in with this family because she was like a track star, and they're still around. The DJ that is on Baddies, she has a child, and she seems, even though she be outside, she still takes care of her kid. The fat girl on Baddies, she has an older son, but she's present. Like there's people around that still live that type of wild lifestyle that she lives, that still handle their business with their children. And honestly, people grow up different ways and they live a certain kind of way. And I don't necessarily judge anybody. Like I got a very wild cousin. She's one of my favorites. And I always be telling people, I was like, she named 2 of her kids after me because she was wild. And so but she loves her children, and she does what she do to help them. So for me, it's like there's no judgment.
They have a place to land with her. Y'all know we are cousins in real life. I know exactly who she's talking about. Her kids have a place to land with her. She is wild, and her kids are too. But I know right now we live in the same town. If I needed something, I could call them and they would be there for me
immediately. No questions asked. Like off top. And so that's for me. Like that's why I was like, I'm not necessarily judging the life, but it's just a bummer that.
And when thinking about that, because that's kind of who I never expected that she was just going to turn into like Michelle Obama. I thought she was always going to be wild, but her kids was going to be dressed, and her kid was going to be dressed and clean and taken care of and everything like that. Like he would be the priority. But
up here, she is the wildest thing ever. She's a functioning cokehead here in Washington, D.C. But her kids are graduating high school this year, get into all the colleges, they've never been in trouble in school, but she be outside every weekend. We going out tomorrow night. She was like, girl, we gotta go to this. I was like, yeah, we gonna be there, girl. I'm with you. But it's like, I don't know. I just feel like who you are doesn't predicate. If you love your children, you do what's necessary, because you can't. Sometimes you just got this monkey on your back and you can't release it. But I just really, I don't know. Krishan, child. Moving on.
Sorry, y'all.
Talk about more bad parents. Oh, you gotta talk to us about Mark Lamont Hill and Brian McKnight, ex-wife, and his son Dragon, the former king of R&B, Brian McKnight. Can't even listen to that man's music anymore.
Well, I think Babyface is the king of R&B. First off,
not Chris Brown.
Okay.
No, Babyface.
I'm leaving the podcast. This will be my last recording. What? Absolutely not.
Breezy, you ain't on your top.
Now you remember I was in love with that man.
With Chris Brown?
I was a teenager. You remember I was a teenager? You were like, oh yeah, I saw him at Essence Fest because I went there to see Beyonce.
Yep, I did see him at Essence Fest, and that's I mean, I'm not a Chris Brown fan now, but I do remember seeing him at Essence Festival and me being like, oh my God, we're surrounded by all these young kids. And because we want to get there early because it's open seating during admission. So we had to get there early so we could sit right up front for Beyonce. I was like, girl, we better sit here and watch this Chris Brown perform. Baby, when I tell you that little boy put on a show, and Chris Brown still puts on a show. He's just not my fave. But yes, Chris Brown is a perform. We were sitting there right there screaming with them kids at the Essence Festival. Run it, yeah, it's your man on the floor. Where he at? I was like, oh my God, did he say he did a Michael Jackson medley? I was like, oh, this boy is a star. He was until he wasn't. But anyways, enough about fake Bobby Brown. Let's talk about
Let's talk about the real Bobby Brown. Just kidding.
let's talk about Brian McKnight's trifling himself and all of that. Ugh.
Brian McKnight. I never thought that somebody would do this. I mean, he couldn't tell his dying son that he loved him. Like
raggedy.
That's
raggedy.
Awful. That's awful.
He changed his middle name so that Brian McKnight Jr. he has with his first wife would not be named after him, and he could name his son with his new wife, Brian McKnight Jr. And you have to do paperwork with that, y'all.
A lot.
You have to, I don't know if every jurisdiction, but my friend did it, and she had to go to court and go stand before a judge and explain why she wanted her name changed. And ironically, when he called her up, he said her name wrong, and when she stood up, he said, "I assume that you want to change for the reason I just said." She said, "Yes, sir." He said, "I'm going to grant it, but I still have to go through all of this." And she said, "Okay."
Girl.
So I'm assuming it's still stuff. It's not just as simple as filing some paperwork. I assume you would have to go to a judge to explain.
You still got to do all the things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No matter the jurisdiction. So,
correct.
I would love some transcripts of that. What did you tell the judge for why you changed your middle name? But anyway, his wife and one of his sons have gone to Mark Lamont Hill to tell the story that we all know. If you have been keeping up, you know that we have all suspected that, oh, okay, he just making stuff up to make himself not seem so bad for doing all this. Because I do think he's adopted the second wife's older kids.
Really?
I think he adopted them. I think he did adopt them. I need to look that up. But anyhow, yeah. So, I mean, it's really confusing. Like, why are you doing all of this? His daughter had to sue him because he kept saying stuff about her.
What did he say?
He said that she was in an incestuous relationship with one of her cousins.
Oh,
she had to sue him to get him to stop telling people that.
Oh my God.
Oh, bro, he is horrible. Like,
horrible.
What happened? Like, was he always like this? Like,
I don't know. Like, well, people, every time I see a new video, I go to the comments and they're like, I saw him back in such and such, and he had, he dedicated the performance to his wife, and like, oh, he had the sons up there singing one time. They were like, oh, it was a beautiful show. They'll talk about it.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's why every time they get a show shut down, I'm like, good for y'all.
He dedicated that album that has that song "Do I Ever Cross Your Mind" anytime to his wife. It has "Never Felt This Way About Loving." All them songs was for her, the first wife, and now all of a sudden, what?
Just switching up on her.
And his kid and the kids.
It makes it seem like she's just some random who got pregnant, so he was forced to marry her, and to find out that they've known each other their whole lives, their families have known each other.
Wow.
Like, oh, you just really doing this for no reason.
Yeah, you're just a horrible, horrible man.
Just say you moved on. Just say you wanted to.
I can't even. That's oof.
That's.
I know. I keep being like, Carmen need to just go on and spin the block on him. If this was a Chanel Parker book,
and this was a Chanel Parker book, he'd have an alias and he'd be doing some other things. And then,
if this was a Chanel Parker book, he definitely would end up. I don't know. He'd end up dead or in jail by the end of it.
Oh no, they're killing him. He's dead.
Yeah.
He would keep doing shit. He would keep doing so much stupid shit that they would just be over it, and he would be framed for murdering somebody else, and then
that's.
Baby, Chanel Parker will end somebody's life. I never read that one book that I read where she set the motherfucker on fire. Like she made that person didn't die, but she set that person on fire. And I was like, girl, I love all of this. Come on, keep giving me more. But she's a queen. She gives me some twists and turns all the time.
Mhm.
Every book. You need to read a couple. Like I said, I miss
You
her.
gonna get your karma. You will get your karma in a Chanel Parker book.
You're gonna get your karma for real. And as a matter of fact,
Let me look her up.
yeah, you should. She writes really well. Like I can't remember which book
Is
I
there
said was
anywhere
my
one would start in her catalog?
Trillion Reasons Why. Is that the one? Trillion?
There's a
About
million reasons why and trillion to one.
Trillion
Which
to one.
one?
I want her to read about the party
That's the
promoters.
interracial.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think you'll like it. Trillion to one, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could do Trillion Reasons Why, and then
she writes interracial.
She writes
that only trillion to one is interracial. The rest of it is
yeah. But it's really good. It's a really good introduction to her.
Mm-hmm.
I really like her from that. I also
my first book by her was When It Comes Back Around.
That's good.
With the wedding cake on the cover. Hopefully she doesn't redo the cover by the time this comes out.
She be redoing covers.
I know. That's why I said that. She redid some of her older covers. I'm like, girl, don't do that. Don't waste your time on that. Write a new book.
Okay, you focus on the wrong thing, girl.
They often do that when they become self-published because they'll start writing with the author group, and then when they take over their books again, they'll change.
Yeah, I think that the ones that she's been recovering, I think they've always been hers. I think she might not like the covers though.
Yeah, I mean, when I come up off some money, I'm gonna change the covers of my book for sure. Which one did I say I liked, Sloane? I'm trying to find it. I'm looking through it here. I like them all, to be honest, but it was one I was
no, I know what you're talking about. You trying to it sucks trying to remember that. Hold on. I don't remember which one. Oh, it wouldn't be in my library.
No
it's
Remedy
not her so-called husband.
No Remedy for Love was the second book I read, and I really did like that one a lot. Just because I'm really into a book with a strong heroine that doesn't have like a traumatic background. You know, like a lot of
why does it have to always be tragic? Why can't it just be a young girl living a good life?
And so No Remedy for Love is about a woman named Remedy who moves back to New Orleans after her father passes away from cancer. But she grew up in I think her dad and mom got a divorce for reasons, but they still were like amicable. He remarried. Completely. Yeah. And so it's just, so the book is really, she's just a boss and she's a strong woman, and she has a couple of love interests. She don't play around with these men. She's like a super flirt. So but yeah, I like No Remedy for Love. And
I like how amicable it was that, like, when her dad died, the current wife, the widow, went to go live with her mom because they were friends. She was like, he was alone, and they were both alone, and was like,
they cruising together and everything. I loved it. But yeah, No Remedy for Love I really liked that book a lot too.
Was it What You Won't Do for Love?
I feel like that's it. I feel like that was it.
I think that's it. What You Won't Do for Love. Skylar and Armand.
Oh, yep. Skylar.
Period.
Uh-oh. That's not me. I don't know who that is. But yeah, that was it. What You Want to Do for Love was good too. But that's just because of the side characters and all of because she puts people in some mess. Okay, you'd be like, girl, what? Are you serious right now? These people get into some things. She is a true urban fiction author with love.
True urban fiction. True urban fiction. Yes.
For sure. Also, in our last episode, I asked y'all for an erotica because I thought Yes Professor was stupid, and then the other book I mentioned, I was like, it just was like, ugh. And y'all gave me another book, and I was like, "That's all right. I don't want it. I need something else. I need something more." I did read it, but I was like, "I need more. I need more.
The one by Eva Sheree.
Yeah, I read it. Yeah, I was like,
Okay. She wants something more. Okay.
Something more erotic.
I don't know if I have.
So like,
Naughty Fan by Mel Daw, maybe.
Or what about any Bella
J?
Is it Bella J or is
I
it?
read 1201 by her.
No, okay, I'm thinking of a different author. Hold on. Because I read
Naughty Fan. She's actually like a football fan, and she goes to a game with her friend and ends up like hooking up with one of the players.
Okay, let me see.
Mel Daw, and then it does have like a second book. I forgot what it was called, but you'll be able to see it.
Her name is Moonbay.
I will say around that time was not my favorite part for her because she kept trying to give everybody's like lady parts these like unique names. I forgot what that one was, but I was like, girl.
13-book series.
It's a collection. No, it's a collection from.
I know. I'm gonna read it. I got you. I'm gonna check it out.
Mm-hmm. Maybe, I don't know. Put it in the chat if you don't like it, and we'll.
It's only 99 pages. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
But so yeah, definitely that. Oh, I don't know why. Oh, I was like, I don't know why it keeps making me sign in. I forgot I rebooted my whole system, and now it's making me ask.
That'll do it.
So while we are, let's see. So while we moved on, I want to talk about the Crenshaw Kings by Siobhan Latrice and her books. And if you all will remember, I said that I read the first one, which was about the parents, and then I knew it was going to be a series about the children, but I didn't like any of them as people. Like Kari was annoying.
I understand.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm not going to read their book. I
skipped Kari's book.
I skipped his book too, and I low-key might go back and read it just because I've read the others. But and then so anyways, so I read all of them with the exception of Kari's book, because Kari was just, you just knew he was gonna do that girl dirty the whole time. And
if you've read A Marriage Favor, then you know basically what to expect from Kari's book.
Yeah, and it's just
Couture went through so much with him.
And she continued to go through so much with him in his book, but apparently they got together in the end. So I low-key kind of want to read it just so that I can see what all happened. But then I also am like, do I really care that much? A lot of people like the Crenshaw Kings books, and I thought they were okay. But, for me, I read the 9th book, and it was so good to me because, for one, I never understand why an author has to wrap up a story arc for every character, even those that are irredeemable. And so in the very first book with the parents, Lasara is the mother and Chianti is the male figure that becomes like the stepfather. She has 6 sons, and the father is a pastor. She finds out that he has a mega church. She finds out that he's gay, and she immediately divorces him. And then she starts struggling because he doesn't take care of these kids, and she's living in a bad area. And Chianti's stripping. Like this. She's stripping. She's doing anything. She's sleeping with a man. She's doing whatever she can do to take care of her kids, like any mother would do. You gotta do what you gotta do, because she was a housewife and straight out of high school, because she got pregnant while she was in high school. But at any rate, the father's terrible. And then at the end of the book, you find out he changes his name and he gets his own church and he's married and all these other things have happened. And so I was like, fine, that's your story. Fuck you, be about your business. Now, throughout the series, he comes back and they're trying to, he has nothing to do with their lives on in any way, shape, or form, and then what happens to him in either the eighth or the ninth book, because he
It's
has this
got to
other
be the
book.
last one because I haven't read that one. It has to be the ninth.
Okay, well, what happens to him in the ninth book or whatever, affects. Actually, no, I think it's in the eighth book, in Simone's book. It affects his new family, and it's because the
Oh
kids
yeah,
want to get retaliation, and it's just like, for what? Y'all are all very grown, very successful. Just for me in the real world, it just wouldn't matter. Like, you don't care about me, fuck you. But they just really be wanting
they are very emotional.
about
Very
this,
emotional.
and it's
Yeah.
like, and it's like, I don't understand that when Chianti was such a great stepfather, and he did what he needed to do. He raised them well. I just didn't see why there needed to be that story arc. I also didn't understand why Sif's mother had to make a return, and you know, even though I knew that she would come back around, I was just like, for what? And then all of the women, with the exception of your Laurie or whatever her name is, they all even though they were quote unquote strong women, if you will, they all needed these men to help them out of their situations, regardless of them saying, I don't need you to do anything for me. They wouldn't have been able to get out of any situation that they were in if it wasn't for one of these boys, if it wasn't for one of them, with the exception of Banks and her story. But that's because she's their sister and she's the
Mm.
daughter. So she grew up in a strong familial household. And her story arc, that's why that story, it didn't have to do with like, there was no woman coming in trying to mess up their situation. There's no toxic shit going on. Like, there was the guy, and I do think Lowe, well, you haven't read the book, I do think Lowe went a bit too far, but there's like a guy there that wanted to stay in touch with Willow, but I mean, not with Willow, but with Banks. But their story was truly their story. And there was drama there, but it was drama because of just situations. And I just thought like the character development and the story arc worked really well for me, because there was never somebody in a traumatic space. Like, Willow does have trauma with his family, but and Banks is the baby, so she has her father who's alpha, and then seven brothers, because she got all of
Mm-hmm.
them. So they're all like just on her and making sure. But she's also, at this point in time, they did like a age gap, so she's older. So she, even though she has these overprotective brothers, they're not really running her life the way they want to. But yeah, I feel like that story line just worked really well for me. Like, and then it's just, what was it? Simone is the one, which Simone is the actor, right? Which one was that? No,
Yeah.
that,
No, he's a basketball player.
yeah, Simone's a basketball player with the attitude that married Yolani. Like, his
Mm-hmm.
story, he was just so
The
pressed.
Beyonce stand-in.
Yeah, yes, the fake Beyonce. I was like, girl.
I was laughing so hard.
The whole time. I was like, girl, really? And
It's
then,
like, this is now to the blonde hair.
yeah, the blonde hair, her overprotective dad. I'm like, girl. Honestly, it was like, even though I got it was Beyonce, just because I know like the history, I was like, it's really giving Maya, because Maya's father is the overprotective one. But Maya could have been a superstar if her father would have failed to fuck back like everybody, because Maya's from PG County, so we all know how crazy her father
Well,
was. And
please
so,
don't. We can't go on a tangent about Maya because I will be like, okay, I get that somebody might have sabotaged her musical career,
her daddy.
and also a certain someone married to a certain blonde woman. Because some of those people
Jay-Z?
talk about some of those. Apparently, when they did that collab, Jay-Z was like, "Oh, she was rude and standoffish in the studio." Like, he was really, apparently he had talked about her. I don't know. So I don't know if he might have did something back in the back, in the background or whatever.
If she was rude and
Um,
standoffish, it was because of her father.
yeah, and that's what everybody said in the comments too. They said, yeah, because her dad used to have her not do that stuff. But
Yep.
her acting career, but that's a whole nother subject. I was like, okay, I get that your singing career, sure, but she wasn't a bad actress. But anyhow, let's go back to that because I can't get on Maya about this.
All right, so that's
I'm
what
gonna
I was
get on my
reading
Apple.
last week. In addition to what we're gonna talk, we're gonna a little fun thing that's come later. Did y'all read anything outside of the challenge book last week? What y'all reading?
Oh yeah, plenty.
I finished the masterpiece book. Well, book one of it.
You did?
Hooked on a California Kingpin. I finally finished book one, y'all. I finally finished it.
Yeah.
Masterpiece.
What did you think?
Yes. Girl. Okay, so like I go back and forth. It's not the first masterpiece book I read. I actually looked at my Goodreads list and it's not the first one I read. Mm-hmm. But I was like, oh, okay, girl, okay. I see it, but also I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what's her name? Queen Empress. Yes. What's her name? Empress. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, her sister is named Sovereign. Well, her name is Sovereign Empress. Her sister is named something close to that too.
But yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyhow, I keep trying to figure out. I'm like, girl, I want you to be. I understand like a lot of this stuff is going on. I understand you need time to like figure that out. But also, girl, you moving real wild for somebody who likes a blowtorch. That's all I'm gonna say.
That man, he loves the blowtorch. He loves a rocket launcher. He loves it all. Pyromaniac. But you gotta read the second book.
Boy, I gotta do a slight spoiler, y'all. She blew up. She set his car on fire and it turned him on. Turned him on. Oh my gosh.
But she did that because he tried to burn her up in her apartment with her little
yes. Yeah, her little yes.
So he was like, "Oh, we doing that?" So I'm gonna blow it. And it was so funny because everybody was like trying to tell him to come downstairs, and he was chilling, and that car just blew up.
He said, "What's the smell? I like it." Oh my God, sir, you got to quit. Yeah. So, and then I also read Reluctant Love by L. Kaysen.
I'm gonna blow you. And that was his prized possession because he shipped that car to Mexico. He loved that
car. Yeah, he loved that car. But he was still also turned on that she had set that car on fire. I think he's thinking that's his soulmate, to be honest.
That is his soul. They are soulmates. You just gotta read the second book. They are.
I'm gonna read it. It's downloaded. I just I'm taking a little break. Especially with Lady Nisha dropping. But I also finished, it took me so long to finish that because I went to Reluctant Love by L. Kaysen.
I read that too.
I finished that one. It was a slower build than Demon's Dream. If you are reading this and you read Demon's Dream and liked it, it was a slower build. Okay, y'all, they don't really get intimate until like 60-something% of the way through that book.
Enemies to lovers story. Enemies to lovers.
Okay. And because they are enemies to lovers, it is a slow build. Although, from the get-go, the whole reason that he didn't like her because of how she acted the first time that they met, but from day one that she acted that way because she was shy.
Yeah, and he just misjudged her the whole time.
Yep, the whole time. And that's the enemies to lovers. And because she was like, "Oh, I'm not going to let him play my face."
Yeah.
I just won't like him too. As she should. She said, "I just won't like him too."
We just don't like him.
Yep. And that's it. And so that's why it takes a long time, y'all. It is a full standalone. It is a full standalone. It's a little longer.
I wrote L. Kaysen though and told her because she has a challenge. Like she wants you to buy the book and then she might send you the hard copy special edition of Demon's Dream. It's so interesting. What is this now? 5 years later, and people are still loving Demon's Dream the way that they love it, which is a shout out to you, Elle, because you did your damn thing. Mm-hmm. But I wrote her and I was like, and she wrote me back laughing because I was like, you set me up. Like you started in this book talking about these Kinseys, and so everybody loves Demon's Dream, and I love Demon's Dream, but I really like Trey Kinsey and the whole Kinsey family, and that is those niggas in Texas. They all crazy, and she brought them up in this book, and I was like, yes, I'm about to read about them again, but they never made an appearance. So I was like, I bought your book, girl, so I'm signing up. But you got some nerve to even bring these people up, and I ain't even get a wink. Trey didn't even walk past in a scene or nothing. Like, girl. But yes, she does. A person with a good pen. What else? What were you reading? What else did you read, Morgan? What were you reading this week?
So I read 2 Christmas books. I read A Night with Miss Grinch by Lauren LaCie. She's a newer author. I read a few books by her, and this is, I think, like 3rd or 4th. I read something called The Guilt Pill, about motherhood and feeling guilty, and what if there was a pill you could take to like stop feeling guilty and you could be more productive, but it wasn't FDA approved, and it was kind of like a mystery at the end. I read another Christmas one, Love in Winter Wonderland. I posted about that today. And then I read the book that y'all made me read. I actually have.
Well, wait, that's your Spin the Wheel book, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to talk about that in a second. But that's your
So other than that, though, and I read something called Sweet Potato Kisses by Nina Stewart. It was cute. It was
I read that.
Yeah, it's a Friendsgiving kind of book.
Yeah, I read that. I like that. Yeah, I read that.
I think
it sounds cute. Sweet Potato Kisses.
Yeah,
I read that.
A little spicy, but not too much. Yeah,
I need something real spicy, y'all. And everybody who's listening, just keep throw me some spicy books, because ain't no spice happening in my life. So let me read about it. See what's going on. Let me see what y'all got popping. So, in addition to what we talked about last week, our Storygraph Challenge is going live at the beginning of the year. So, everybody download Storygraph, familiarize yourself with Storygraph. It's Black owned, right, Morgan? This is a
Black woman and male, Black man and woman, I believe. Yeah,
it's a Black man and woman. They created it. It is the counterpart to Goodreads. So if you want to do both, please do. But definitely support Storygraph. I actually paid $4 extra a month for Storygraph Pro. I don't know what that gets me. I'm just supporting the Black people, because that's what I do. I be having just random Patreon full of people. I don't even watch none of their Patreons, but I'm just sitting here paying a Patreon until they become super famous, and then I'd be like, okay, I'm taking my money back. Like, I used to support Bob the Drag Queen and Monet Exchange, but they are very famous, so I'm no longer on their Patreon, and I kind of miss it because I love their shows. But yes, we have our Storygraph Challenge of things for the year, but until then, I'm going to kick it back to Sloane. I'm going to share my screen. The 3 of us, are doing a Spin the Wheel challenge.
Yeah.
Well, take it away.
Okay, so we came up with Spin the Wheel. Each little segment of the wheel has different tropes, and we all picked a book. We all spun to pick a trope. So every other week, you will be hearing from us, depending on how the orders go. But anyways, mine was vampire.
Mine was arranged marriage.
Mine was kidnapped.
So anyhow, we all, picked books that fell in line with that. We had to help Morgan out, and apparently she doesn't like it.
I'm going to finish it because I finished what I start, but please know I am not happy. Okay.
I know last season, LaCie mentioned it last season, that book that we recommended to her, and then we've also mentioned it again earlier this season. We know exactly why she didn't like it. So that's what Do you want to start?
Yeah, tell us about the book you read, Morgan.
It's called Captured by a Billionaire Kingpin by Franny J. Or Francie J. Franny J.
Franny J.
Franny.
A nice good old urban romance about some man who owes this kingpin money. The kingpin goes to kidnap the daughter, but he don't even really like the daughter. And then they end up having sex while she's kidnapped.
And also,
he kidnaps her again.
No. They have sex and he keeps the mask on.
Oh, right.
Because he kidnapped her.
And now they're all in love, and he's getting soft on her, and he flies her and her friends, and they all go on the private jet to Aruba, and yada yada. She's an aspiring artist, painter, and sells at her art show, and it's all good. And okay, can we y'all go on so we can spin the wheel so I can move on?
Kids getting kidnapped. Okay, so LaCie and I actually liked that book series because it was hilarious. She kept getting kidnapped.
But I like it because it's so preposterous. So the girl, he kidnaps her. And it's so crazy because he kidnaps her and he keeps the mask on, but then he meets her in real life too. So she does, and it's like, for me, I would recognize the kidnapper's voice, but she hasn't clicked in her brain yet that he's the kidnapper. He takes her home when he realizes that the daddy don't give two damns about her. So he gives her back, and then he realizes that he likes her and he kidnaps her again because it makes the dad look bad. It's like,
oh yeah, because the dad is running for mayor or he's up for re-election or something. Child,
that mess was so. And it's a multi-series. It's multi-books. It's like 3 books about her being by the
I'm stopping here. This is where I get off.
Sometimes I just like a really good escape from reality sometimes, and that was a good one. So if you just want to kind of be like, this would never happen.
It would never happen like that. And so for me, like I said before, with other books where it needs to make sense, if you go do something crazy, that's what I'm talking about.
That's exactly what I want.
Talking about right there. That's it.
Don't be realistic, and then all of a sudden. And then suddenly, for plot convenience, you have something crazy happen just because you can't figure out another way to make it work. Like, no, be crazy throughout.
Yes.
And that's why I like Lisa Austen.
Yes. Lisa Austen will definitely give you some far out situations as well. I miss Kendall Vella because she would really make some cute little short stories on Kendall Vella. Like, what was it? Sleeping on my ex with my next. That was a short story. And then there was another short story where it was Lisa Austen too, but I forget the name of it. But it was basically like, she be doing it though. I just
wanted another peek. It's Boo book for Halloween, but I didn't get it.
What was your trope? You said it was.
Mine was vampire.
What'd you read?
I read The Crownless King by Drea Anderson. She writes paranormal. She's got werewolves, witches, and this is vampires. I want to do a caveat. So it is book 1 of a series. So I will give it that. However, when I was reading it, it actually has like characters from another standalone book that she has. So I want to mention that book just for the listeners. One Night, One Bite. And so that One Night, One Bite is about a member of the Vampire King's Guard. So this book, Morgan, I actually think you'll like it. So you guys So in history, you guys remember that story about like that meteor shower that happened like during slavery period, and all those white slave owners like got scared and thought it was the end of the world and freed their slaves or whatever. She creates this fictional world where those meteors were like the enslaved people's ancestors or something answering their call, and they send these stones through the meteors that give all of the enslaved people in the South supernatural powers. So you have the mages, which are the witches created. Then you have the vampires that are created. And then you have, so like she's created a whole world. And so like basically once they get these powers, they have essentially driven out all the white people who basically the people who don't have powers, and only the enslaved people got powers. So they all go north, and then they build this wall because they're scared of what's there or whatever. So it's setting it up, that world. It's a little complicated to explain. I don't want to be like really draggy with it. But yeah, so you're introduced to a character. It's that she's setting it up. She goes to meet the beings, I don't know what they're called, who gave them the stones. And she's like, and they're like, are you sure you want to do this? And she's like, yeah, her dad had gone like absolutely mad with power. And so after that, they spread this story that mages and like the witches and the vampires cannot bond. They cannot mate because it'll be bad. But then we find out a bunch of other stuff and everything like that. I don't know. It was a little complicated read. I would recommend that you read that One Night, One Bite first and then read this, even though it is called that. But I love the cover because it is a vampire with a grill. So
what's the name again? I was going to add
it's called The Crownless King. By Drea Anderson. And I do like her other books. Her other books are like shifters and stuff, and you can kind of read them more as standalone, and they are shorter than this one. Because I was looking at the page count on this, and I said, "Oh, girl, you ain't never did a book this long." But yeah, she had to tell a story. She got a whole story to tell. But when she opened it up with that meteor shower, and then was like, "And here's my spin on it," I really liked that.
Period.
Okay. I liked it. Some people won't, but I did.
Okay, Drea, I'm happy for you. I read Arranged Marriage, and I went to the past. I forgot I did not read this book. I don't know why I didn't, but it kind of is a series, but they're all standalone. And this is called Shadows and Whispers by Casey Mills. It came out in 2023, and it's the first book in a series called The Collective. And this is... And it's more contemporary romance. It's not urban romance. Like the men are a part of a crime family, but the work that they do is not mentioned at all. It truly is the romance story between two characters. And the characters' names are Elias and Cress. Those are the two main characters. And basically, the families were close. And then Cress's brother, her younger brother, murdered Elias's younger brother. So then Elias in turn murdered the younger brother. So the families then split. They split apart or whatever. And Elias suffers from bipolar. And so his father and his mother blamed him for the death of his younger brother, Lucas. And so he just like left the family and he went off somewhere. And there's a third brother, Ezekiel. And so the Ezekiel assumed the head of the family. And so there's things that are happening amongst the collective that have weakened the Devereaux family and Elias's family. And so Ezekiel goes and finds Elias and says, I need you to come back and marry a sister in the Devereaux family. So they pick another sister for him to marry because with the families being united. But then he sees Cress. She's a ballerina. He sees her somewhere and he's like enthralled with her. So he's like, I don't want to marry this other sister. I want to marry her. So it's their love story and how they just get together and are a united front. And I feel like somebody's knocking at my door. But it's Casey Mills. And y'all know, like I've told y'all before, her pen game is immaculate. And so she has that story. And then, of course, after that story, Ezekiel's story comes out because Ezekiel also had to be in an arranged marriage as well. And somebody is knocking at my door. So I'll be right back, you guys. Y'all keep talking.
Okay. Well, I added The Crownless King.
Yes.
Oh, and it just came out this year, though.
It just came out. Yeah, it ironically came out right before. I did not cheat. I did get Vampire, y'all. It was on my list, so I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll read it for this. But yeah, it was good. I think that you would like it.
Okay.
And
I kind of like, which is strange, not really the trope of like a shifter vampire, whatever, like the sex part of it, but I just like the fact that I can see Black people portrayed as these different creatures, if you will, in a different light, you know, and it's kind of cool. Yeah. And
basically, because of how it's set up, pretty much everybody that they meet is Black.
Oh, period.
Because when I say because every enslaved person got powers, they moved, like, people got scared, basically, which was basically the white people, and they all moved north. And then there is a wall. Because I forgot to mention this when LaCie was here, but they are trying to keep, sometimes the people in the north will hire these like vampire equivalent from Europe to come in and try to fight them, and that's who the vampires are fighting. That's who, you know, our vampires on the south are fighting. Yeah. So yeah, just it's a lot going on with that, and it would just be very hard to describe because it was one of her longer books, and I was like, oh my gosh, girl, you got so much in here.
So many things.
Which I say that because she does usually write like more novella length, and that was like longer, and I was like, yeah. Okay, back to LaCie's book.
There's some random person talking about we're reinstalling the cell towers. I was like, you got to knock on the door
at 8 o'clock at 8:40 at night. Okay.
I was like, sir, get the hell on. He had an iPad and everything. I was like, great, I'm busy. I'm like, just sitting there knocking. But yeah, so anyways, but Shadows and Whispers is a part of the Collective series, and the second book out after that is Dawning and Resurgence. And so yeah, it's a good little series. It came out, like I said, 3 years ago, and I think the second book came out in 2024, and there's a third book that's out now too, which is about Christian, which is the brother, Cress's brother. So you have the two stories about Ezekiel and Elias, and then you have Cress's brother Christian story that just came out earlier this year. So that was my spin the wheel. And so before we go, we're all going to spin the wheel now to see what books we're going to read. And I will spin first because I'm sharing my screen. Hopefully you all can see it. I'm going to press the button. Hopefully it'll work.
Yay, it does.
Friends to Lovers.
Ooh, fun.
Well, you got an easy one.
I do. I want to spin again. Then,
okay, 2 hours while you're on here.
So Kiana's doing Friends to Lovers. Who's next?
Spin for me.
Sloane. Okay. Sloane will be.
Okay,
we're going to spin again because you already did Vampire.
Oh. It just wants me to read vampire books.
Nope. You're going to do Grumpy Sunshine.
Ooh.
I love those. I have a really good book of Grumpy Sunshine if you want.
Okay. Give me something good. Ugh.
Oh man, I would love to read about an obsessed MC. Main character.
So obsessed. I gotta think on that.
That would be good.
Who's obsessed? And would I be on the lines of like somebody like
Demon killing all them people because they touched her?
Yeah, okay, stuff like that. Okay.
What's his name? Yes, Professor was obsessed.
Okay. Oh, that one book. If you want to read something way different, Call Me Mrs. Taylor. She was obsessed. She is the crazy one.
Oh yeah.
Baby, she got her man.
Like a crazy, an obsessive dark. Oh. I'm thinking of like Octavia Grant, like one of her crazy books.
Oh, that'd be fun. There you go. So yeah, folks, that's what we're spinning the wheel and we're reading.
Yep.
In addition to a holiday book. So, but before we go, I am super excited. As Sloane said, Lady Nisha put out a book. Mm-hmm. I thought I was going to start it tonight because I just paid for it. But this book is almost 700 pages long, y'all. Ooh. I didn't even know Lady Nisha had it in her.
Oh, I didn't either.
Had it in her.
Oh, okay. Lady Nisha, you will see me 2 episodes from now. We'll talk about it. Give me a lot of time, girl.
Yes, lady, this book. I mean, I'm going to start it this weekend. I do know that, but but yeah, Lady Nisha, she got it just released today. It is
651 pages,
and the name of the book is Problematic, Volume 1. 651 pages.
Jeez.
600.
And it's so funny because I was about to reread the one with Night and Day because I saw people talking about it on TikTok.
That story, I love it.
Lucid Dreams, that's the one. Lucid Dreams.
Lucid Dreams is so. I shed a couple of tears with Lucid Dreams.
I was about to reread that one because it was. I've been seeing it so much on TikTok lately. And then she dropped the book, so.
I'm glad that that's getting some, because people hadn't really talked about it. So I'm glad to see people are finally talking about it. And so far she's already got 2 reviews. The problem
they must be ARC readers.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure they're probably ARC readers, but still, they're already out.
I mean, yeah, no, that's good. You got to get that stuff reliable on those books.
Yeah, she said it's LD ARC team. So yep, these are ARC readers. But I love it. I'm excited because I'm excited. Me too. 650 pages.
Mm-hmm.
I wish she would have came out next week because that's my last week of work. So I know the following week I'm just gonna be reading because it was hard. Like I told y'all before, I always just read on the train. Mm-hmm. So I haven't read like a plethora of books like I usually do because I haven't been on the train. But I did. I was like, I'm gonna read my book for the spin the wheel, but everything else. Oh, and then I was reading those Crenshaw King books. But
see, I usually did audiobooks, which is how I put audiobook on while I work, so I was technically just reading all the time. But I lost my hoopla. I gotta get it. I gotta get a new address and get it back. I'll just pay. Okay.
But yeah, but Love and Hip Hop Miami's back on, and even though it's scripted, it's good this season. So they got Trick Daddy, ex-wife, sister on there, and apparently her sister was dating Trick Daddy first, and then Trick Daddy cheated on the sister, Mary Joy, and then Amara La Negra, baby daddy wife, is trying to come on there, and her baby daddy got arrested. Everybody should say Amara had him put in jail.
That's too much. Too much.
And then what's his name? Michael Blackston is on there, and his girlfriend lets him have side chicks, and he got his side chick pregnant.
What?
His girlfriend's pregnant. So they got that.
Okay. What's his name? With Bambi? Scrappy and Bambi, part 2.
Oh yeah, Scrappy and Bambi. Bambi was the side chick?
No, they were the ones that had the open relationship with a threesome, and then the girl got pregnant, right?
Oh, that was behind.
I don't even watch the show. No, this is recently. Like while he was like married.
No, Scrappy.
Was he with Erica? Was he with Erica having the?
They were kind of dating, but he and Bambi got divorced. They don't even like each other. They got divorced like a few years back.
So which girl was he with? He had like a threesome. They had a threesome and the girl got pregnant.
He wasn't with anybody. He got pregnant when he was having the girl got pregnant.
Oh, okay. I thought he was like having a threesome with one of his girls.
Together. No. It was just 2 girls. Okay. And one of the girls got pregnant from the threesome. But that's Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. We in Miami.
Yeah.
Big Daddy, Trina, Amara La Negra, Shay Johnson. Girl, Shay's a mess. But
Shay is a mess. I don't even watch the show, and I could tell you.
And she just does some things, and I just like when you're over 40, we need to knock it off. And
hello.
She's just all for the camera. I'm like, girl, knock it all the way off.
At a certain point, you do really have to stop. That's why I quit watching Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Kirk and Rashida, I couldn't do it no more.
Girl, now the other one, because Kirk's baby mama, the one that he had the baby with, they all a happy family now. Jasmine, yep. I can't deal with Love and Hip Hop Atlanta either, just because I don't know. I don't like it.
Put them on and make them want to marry me. Oh.
It's because as scripted as they all are, Atlanta just seems the fakest. Ever since my girl Jocelyn left, you love Krishan, I love Jocelyn. That's also why I was like, I could root for Krishan. Oh, I love Jocelyn. She's such a good mama.
Jocelyn's Cabaret. That's exactly.
She is such a good mama.
Somebody who's outside, but Bella. Is her daughter named Bella?
Bonnie Bella.
Mm-hmm. Very well adjusted. Very well adjusted.
It's smart. So smart. She loves school.
Exactly.
Girl, I don't follow Jocelyn. No, girl, Jocelyn was my problematic fave. I loved her.
Hey, May.
I still follow her.
Like you always do. Hey, May.
But because even while she was going through all of that with them, who did she love before she had her baby? She loved Eva. No, I'm talking about Steve. Oh yeah, she loved and Mimi's daughter Eva. Oh, she loved me. She loves Eva. Yeah.
That's usually how it is, because when you grow up in a bad situation, you want your children to have better.
And her child, and that little girl, she's always, she just dressed like a child. She's always looked like a child and looked very age appropriate. And I know people, thought that Jocelyn was gonna have that baby really out there. Nope.
That baby is inside in the house.
Jocelyn said, "Don't you worry, baby. I will go make this money, and you gonna go to school."
Yes. Do it like it's your B-day. Well, party people, next week we're gonna talk about Cardi B and Stephon Diggs' mama kicking it at the party. They love each other.
I'm not participating.
I have so many thoughts, but people think I'm wrong, so I'll just be wrong. I don't care, but I still have them.
Now it goes, go Stephon, go Cardi, two cheaters together. It's always great when they're together because they know what to expect from one another.
We love contracts.
Oh yeah, we coming back for that.
Nobody remembers. This is just always my thought. This is my thought.
All right, everybody, we will catch y'all now for the whole month of December. Podcasts are coming out weekly, and then we'll move to bi-weekly in January because we want you all to tell people that Urban Whispers podcast is back. We are in there. And we got enough content. We're keeping it coming for y'all. So we will see you next week.